Hi, this is a GMAT question from gmatquestions.org. Let's read the question. Each of the 1,890 employees at Zeta Company has a salary this year different to her salary last year. If the number of employees who have a higher salary this year is 1/4 greater than the number of employees who have a lower salary this year, how many of the employees at Zeta Company have a higher salary this year? It looks like a word problem, but it is not a very difficult one. It's just a fraction ratio question. It's pretty straightforward. That's why I didn't put this question in the word problems section. Okay, so we're gonna need to learn how to deal with this using fractions or ratios. Actually, I believe the best way to tackle this question is to use ratios. Okay, but before we actually use ratio to solve it, it's good to understand what it means to say something is 1/4 greater than something else. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say that the employees will have a higher salary. I'm gonna call them H. H is let's just put higher salary. The number of employees. Obviously, it's the number of employees will have higher salary. And L is the number of employees who have lower salaries. Okay? So you would agree that H plus L is equal to 1,890. Okay, no question about it. The total, the two together, gonna give you the total number of employees. Now, since they say that the number of employees here, the second sentence, who have a higher salary this year is 1/4 greater than the number of employees who have a lower salary. What does it mean? It means that H is equal to the number of lower employees who have a lower plus 1/4 of the same number. Mathematically, that's what it means. Lower plus 1/4 or lower. Now, this means that this is the same as 5/4 of lower. In general, I bypass this second step. I just say, when I'm given this type of question, right away I say that it's something 1/4 greater. It just means that it's a 5/4 of the entity. Make sure you know this. It's gonna save you a lot of time. In terms of percentage, when they say 25% greater, it just means the first number is 1/25% of the second number. We're dealing with fractions here, so if something is 1/4 greater, it means a 5/4 of L. It's just like you take the 4, you add 1, 5/4. If something is 1/5 greater, it would be 6/5. Okay, 6/5. You take the 5, or you add 1, 6/5. If something is 1/3 greater, the first number gonna be 4/3 of the second number, 4/3. I hope you understand the pattern here. That's the way to do it. If you understand that, it's gonna save you a lot of time. Okay, so remember this. If you can memorize it and better understand why I put 5/4 here, which is just the result of L plus 1/4 of L. Okay, great. Now, having done that, we can solve this question really by substitution, by using replacing H here by 1/4 of L and find L and then find H. Or even we can also eliminate L by saying that L is equal to 4/5 of H and replace L here by 4/5 of H. But I don't like that particular method. I think it's a little bit cumbersome. So I rather use the concept of ratios. This is what I mean. What I mean is just to put H here and put L and put the number of employees. You can call it total if you want, E, total. And then if this is 5/4, it means you have 5 here, you know, the 5 and 4. And the overall, it should be 9. Okay? Now, look at it. Looks like I'm going to run out of space here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just do this on the right side. So I'm going to repeat it there. So I'm going to put H, L, and total. So we're going to have 5, 4, and 9. I hope you'll agree. If you understand a little bit the notion of ratios, this is going to help you. Why I put 9 here? It's the total ratio. It's 5 plus 4. Now look at what I'm going to do. You're going to draw a line here. And then this 1890 corresponds to this ratio of 9. So I'm going to put 1890 here. Okay? Now all I have to do is to find what's called the universal multiplier. Basically a multiplier here that is, you call it universal because this multiplier gonna hold true for the total, for the lower, for L, for H. Okay? It's gonna be the same for all of them. So how to find the multiplier? Very simple. We have to divide 1890 by 9. Okay, if you divide 1890 by 9, you're going to find that you can do it, you know. Let me actually erase here. Yeah, when you divide on the left side 1890, if you divide it by 9, you're going to say that 18, 2, you know, and 0 here, 9, and you're going to 1, and you know, 0, 0 here, and a 0. Okay, you know how to do the division. You don't have to watch me do it. Do it yourself, okay? So it's really 210. Okay, so this is going to be 210. I can even write this in a different color if you want. So we're going to have 210 here. That's the multiplier. And it's going to be everywhere, 210. Okay, it's called a multiplier if you want. Multiplier. Okay, doesn't matter the name. Understand what I'm doing here. 1890 divided by 9 is 210, and this 210 is again holds true for all 3 elements. So in order to find the number of employees here that have a higher salary, very simple, you have to multiply 5 by 210. Obviously, if we were to find the number of employees who have a lower salary, we'll have to multiply 4 by 210. Do you understand? That's why I like this. It's very organized, very simple, and you can find the answer in a very straightforward way without having to mess with the system of equations and you know. So what is 5 times 210? It's very clear. 5 times 21 is 105. So this is the answer. As you can see, the correct answer is C. Let's write that down. C is the correct answer. Again, this is not the only way to deal with this question, but I find this way of dealing with this is pretty efficient. You know, you find H in terms of L by writing 5 of L, and I explained to you how to do that. And then you use the concept of ratio, how to deal with ratios to find the correct answer smoothly without too much work. Okay, by being very organized about it. Okay, this is a recording from gmatquestions.org. Thank you for watching.